I was at a wedding the other day. The wedding of Bobby Davis, who is Purpose Wrestling's, I'm going to call him the tech guy on shows, and he's also the graphic designer of the shows. Not of the shows, of the graphics, right? The match graphics. And he had a lovely wedding. It was an incredible day. So fun. While I was devouring my delicious pork dish that I really enjoyed, I was having a conversation with the people that are around us on the table about Christmas movies and what counts and doesn't count as a Christmas movie. So there's three categories that we can fit what people might consider a Christmas movie into, okay? The first one is movies that can be seen at Christmas, right? We're talking about not movies that can be seen at Christmas. I mean movies that are tradition or are going to become tradition to be seen at Christmas. Harry Potter, for example, apparently, like, for years now, Harry Potter has been a big tradition at Christmas, right? In Portugal, Christmas Day will always, one of the TV channels will always have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's, like, in Portugal, some people will associate Lord of the Rings with Christmas because of that, because of the fact that it's a movie that they see at Christmas all the time. There's a second category, which the two examples that I just talked about don't fit, which is movies where the plot happens at Christmas. This is key, okay? I'm talking about movies where what is happening, they are set at Christmas time, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that the story is directly related to Christmas. You just know the movie is set, the story is set in Christmas time. The third category is movies that the story is about Christmas, right? So on the second category, I'm talking about, well, the famous Die Hard discussion, right? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Because it happens at Christmas, you know? And on the third category would be movies like, well, The Grinch, right? There's one movie that I'm not sure which of the categories it fits, because it's up for debate if the movie is about Christmas or happens at Christmas, which is forgot the name of it, but it's the Ebenezer Scrooge movie, Christmas Fairy Tale, something like that. I don't know, I don't remember. But that is Christmas Carol. Thank you, appreciate it. Someone in the house just screamed what it was, A Christmas Carol. Not sure if you guys heard it. I'm not sure which one of the two categories it fits. If it fits a movie about Christmas or a movie that happens at Christmas time. Because now we go into a new discussion of what about a movie makes it about Christmas, right? For those who know, I am live right now recording the Dave Francisco show. We'll talk about this change of name in a second, and the chat is throwing tomatoes at me because I don't know the name of the movie. I'm not that big into Christmas, guys, right? But I'm big into discussions, and I'm big into logic and making sense of the world. And these three categories: movies that are tradition to be seen at Christmas now, movies where the story happens during Christmas time, and movies that are about Christmas are a good way of schematizing the divisions that people have the argument about, you know? Because some people, this helps to have an abstract thinking and an abstract framework, helps to then decide what something is or isn't, because then you don't have an emotional connection to it. You decide beforehand the framework of your decision, and then the decision is just going to fit, right? Whatever it is. I believe, and I think it's a consensus, may not be, but normally when we bring specific examples, at least we can realize how people are wrong or what's the right word for this? Inconsistent with their choices of what is and what isn't a Christmas movie. Because while everyone can agree these three categories at least exist, they will then pick a movie from the same from one category and say it's a Christmas movie, and then say that another movie from the exact same category is not, because of the emotional connection they have with the movie. I believe that we should consider movies that happen at Christmas as Christmas movies. So with that said, I believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie. There was another example we were having in this discussion at the table, and I keep trying to remember what the movie was, and it keeps escaping me. But someone gave another example of a movie that is a plot. Oh, Love Actually, right? The plot happens at Christmas, but you can't really say that Love Actually is a movie about Christmas. But we all agree that Love Actually is a Christmas movie. If Love Actually is a Christmas movie, then Die Hard needs to also be a Christmas movie. Because the reason why Love Actually is a Christmas movie is because it's a movie that happens at Christmas. It's not a movie about Christmas. It's a movie that happens at Christmas. If we all agree Love Actually is a Christmas movie, we need to all agree that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. What's the difference? The genre? One is a romance and the other one is an action movie? Action movies cannot be Christmas movies? That silence was me waiting to hear your answers. Your replies to this. Tell me I'm wrong. You know how to. davidfrancisco.net/voicemail. Send me a voicemail. We can continue this conversation.